SITREP World Briefing for August 7, 2026. A student opened fire at a school in Nonthaburi Province, Thailand, on Friday, killing 8 people. The dead included teachers, students, and the suspect's grandparents, according to police accounts. The attack took place north of Bangkok, in a province that forms part of the densely populated capital region. Police said the victims included 3 teachers and 3 students, while Euronews reported that the overall death toll reached 8 and included the teenage suspect's grandparents. Both accounts agreed that a student carried out the shooting at the school in Nonthaburi Province on August 7th. Nonthaburi lies just outside Bangkok. The shooting is likely to intensify scrutiny of Thailand's problem with gun violence. Euronews cited an estimate of about 10 million firearms in circulation, or roughly 1 weapon for every 7 inhabitants. Friday's attack at a school adds particular weight to those debates because schools are expected to be among the country's most protected civilian spaces. SpaceX opened a new window for employees to sell company stock on Thursday, creating a potential windfall for some of the rocket maker's earliest workers in the United States. Current and former staff who received equity as part of their compensation said they were preparing to cash out at least part of their holdings. The move matters because SpaceX remains one of the most valuable private companies in the U.S. technology and aerospace sectors, and share sale events can turn long-held paper wealth into usable cash for engineers, managers, and other workers who joined years before the company became a dominant launch provider. One early employee, engineer Andre Lavoie, who joined SpaceX in 2009, said he intended to keep selling shares bit by bit. For employees in the United States, these periodic liquidity events are especially significant because privately held companies do not trade on public markets, meaning staff often must wait for company-approved sales windows before converting stock awards into cash for housing, taxes, retirement planning, or other spending. A new heat wave pushed European authorities and farmers into emergency responses on Thursday, with Italy placing major cities on red alert and French wine growers starting an unusually early grape harvest after repeated spells of extreme heat. The latest burst of high temperatures hit as large parts of Europe were already dealing with drought stress and wildfire damage, turning what is usually a late summer agricultural calendar into an urgent race to protect crops, workers, and public health. In France, growers in the Bordeaux region began harvesting grapes on Thursday at a historically early point in the season, after a summer marked by successive heat waves, drought, and wildfires. In Italy, the government moved to its highest warning level for major urban centers as the weekend approached. The same weather system was affecting both agriculture and densely populated cities. The developments highlighted the costs of extreme heat across southern Europe, where vineyards, hospitals, and municipal services all face pressure when temperatures surge repeatedly over a short period. The significance extends beyond one difficult week. France's wine industry depends on a balance of ripening time, water availability, and stable summer conditions, while Italy's red alert system is designed to warn of health risks for older residents, children, outdoor laborers, and people with chronic illnesses. When heat waves arrive in quick succession, they can reduce grape yields, alter sugar and acid levels in wine, and increase heat-related illness in cities from the Alps to the Mediterranean. This episode adds to a broader pattern in which European summers are bringing more disruptive extremes earlier in the season, forcing local authorities and producers to adapt faster than traditional calendars allow. Health authorities and international agencies said the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo continued to spread this week, with confirmed infections nearing 4,000 as the country struggled to keep pace with transmission. The World Health Organization warned that the outbreak was advancing faster than the response, putting pressure on surveillance, treatment, and vaccination efforts in a country where Ebola control has been complicated by weak infrastructure, insecurity, and population movement across affected areas. The latest reports described a worsening public health emergency marked by rising case numbers and deaths, while officials tried to expand countermeasures. The Democratic Republic of Congo has faced multiple Ebola epidemics over the past decade, But large outbreaks remain dangerous because the virus can spread quickly through families, clinics, and burial practices when detection and isolation lag. Every increase in confirmed cases strains laboratory capacity, protective equipment supplies, and the staffing needed to trace contacts and monitor exposed people for the 21-day incubation period. The outbreak carries broader regional significance because the Democratic Republic of Congo sits at the center of a densely connected part of Africa, with busy internal transport routes and porous borders that can raise the risk of cross-border spread if screening falters. Health authorities emphasize the need for governments and aid agencies to quickly organize testing, safe burials, community outreach, and vaccination campaigns to prevent local flare-ups from becoming a wider humanitarian crisis. A court in New Mexico ordered Meta to pay $567 million in a child safety ruling, marking one of the most consequential judicial penalties yet imposed on a social media company over harm to minors. The decision, issued on August 7th in New Mexico, United States, found the Facebook and Instagram parent liable in a case centered on child safety, and it added to mounting legal pressure on large technology platforms over how they design, moderate, and police products used by young people. The ruling was described as the largest child safety judgment against a social media giant. Meta has faced years of criticism from parents, lawmakers, regulators, and child advocates who argue that recommendation systems, messaging tools, and engagement-driven design can expose children to exploitation, harmful contact, or addictive use patterns if safeguards fail. The New Mexico case is likely to resonate far beyond the state because it adds another legal benchmark in the broader fight over whether existing product safety, consumer protection, and public nuisance doctrines can be used against digital platforms. For Meta, the $567 million penalty raises the stakes in a policy debate that already stretches from state capitals to Congress, where officials have pushed for stricter age verification, stronger parental controls, and clearer corporate accountability when online services fail to protect children. Sources and the full written briefing are available at sitrepbrief.com.